Hey, what's up, guys? This is MJ and Dane, and today we're going to react to an article in motorbiscuit.com. I'll put the link in the description if you want to read the whole thing. Honda dealer charged with tricking customers into paying thousands in hidden fees. Uh-oh. Descartes Honda posts lower prices online than what customers actually pay.
Mhm.
Prosecutors say the Honda dealer adds a 2% fee on top of each car's value, calling it a sales commission. And then they're saying sales team doesn't even see that money. So I guess it's just a dealership commission. They hit their buyers with an $895 fee for pre-installed equipment that's supposed to be included in the vehicle's price. It calls the fee a Honda value package. They claim it's optional, but the state disagrees.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new.
Yeah, these fees, they're putting all this stuff on there that you don't ask for. This is pretty much par for the course at dealerships.
Yeah, they put a price out there, and a lot of times now dealers are saying we don't negotiate. They're just saying the price is what the price is, and they'll let you walk. But guess what? Everything's negotiable. Keep working on them. Don't take that as an answer if you're serious, and make sure you do your homework to make sure you're not getting ripped off. But once you go through the buying process in these dealerships, they start having you kind of sign stuff. There's like this huge stack of paper. Oh, hey, here's for the whatever protection. Here's the whatever protection. You start signing stuff, and next thing you know, your bill is like $10,000 higher than what you said you were going to pay.
Yeah,
And you're like, well, where do all those extra costs come from? Oh, well, that's the whatever protection that you want, and that's this fee, and oh, here's the extra $500 for key cost, and here's the title transfer fee, and they just start piling these things on. So the best advice I can give to anybody that's going to buy a new car or a used car from a dealership, this is any vehicle from a dealership, is tell them you want out the door pricing from the get go. Don't
yeah.
don't worry about what other thing that traps people is they'll ask you, well, how much can you afford a month, or what's your monthly budget?
Oh,
And then they'll bring it right to that. They'll run it out as many years as they can, and they'll start hiding all those little fees in there too. You won't even know you're paying them because they gave you that at that number if you're not paying attention. So
yeah.
always look at out the door pricing and ask them about any fees that might be coming up or hidden, and they're still going to try and sneak in like the extra protection crap. Don't get it.
Yeah,
This
let
is
me
how dealers rip you off.
yeah, let me tell you, I used to work at a Honda dealership,
Hmm.
and when I first started working there, they would ask the customer if they wanted rim locks or mud guards, these little plastic things they put at
Yeah.
the back of the wheel. So we would put them on sometimes for some vehicles. They were new vehicles. And
Mhm.
then they got to the point where they were just putting them on everything.
Yeah.
And we would put them on everything, but they're like overpriced. Like if you want rim locks, you could buy rim locks from like off Amazon for like 20, $30. Like these were like $99. They were charging a lot for them, and the mud flaps, two little plastic mud
Yeah.
flaps. I mean, they were like, oh, it's $200. It's nonsense. So
We're charging 200. Yeah. It's that kind of stuff's
yeah,
just crazy.
yeah, that's bogus. Find out what the out the door price is, right?
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, add and they'll be like, what do you charge for registration and tax? And then price of the vehicle, registration and tax, out the door price. That should be it, right?
Hmm.
But this is what could happen. When I bought two new cars in my life.
Hmm.
One was a Honda Fit that I bought when I was working at Honda. Later, I got a Mustang. It was like a 2010, I think,
Hmm.
2010 or 11, I forget. And when I got the Mustang, I had an out the door price. I called them. I said, "This is the out the door price." Okay,
Hmm.
and I had my financing pre-approved. So I went in there with my little piece of paper and I said, okay, I give you this paper. You call my financing people. They send you the
Hmm.
money. Done deal. So they gave me the
Yep.
out the door price. I show up there. They're like, the next day, they're like,
Hmm.
oh, the out the door price is $500 more than that. I said, oh, no, it ain't. I
No.
said, I said, you gave me a price. You need to stick to it. I
Yeah.
agreed on
Exactly.
this price. I want to pay this price. I have my financing done already. You give me
Hmm.
this price, or I'm going to go up the street and buy a Camaro. And I
Yep.
was dead serious. I was not playing. And I knew, see, I know a lot of these dealers at the little desk you sit in when you're doing all the paperwork, they have
Hmm.
cameras or they have microphones so they could watch you and they could see you.
Hmm.
Not every dealer, but I know some of them have it. Make could watch you and they're squirming, they could hear you. And if you're sitting there thinking, oh man, I really want this car. Man, I don't want to have to pay this, but you know what, man, this is bogus. So then they're going to stick to it, right?
Yeah.
If
Oh
they
yeah.
hear you saying that, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
I
yeah.
know they could hear me.
Yeah.
So when they went in the back to go check, I was sitting there like this. I was like, I was like, man,
Mean mugging them.
Jesus. I was so mad. And I was not acting either. I was mad for real. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave. They come out here. I was like, if you charge me 1 penny more than what you quoted me on the phone, I'm leaving. And
Yep.
they're like, so they came out, they're like, oh, actually, Mike, we found the incentive is actually gonna be $500 less than what we quoted you.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's crap like that all the time, man.
That's a real story too, man. I'm telling you, they can see you. They can see
Yeah.
you squirm. And a dealership did this to my dad years ago.
Yep.
He was buying a Harley Davidson, and he didn't know. Like I wasn't in the industry when this happened, so
Mhm.
none of us knew this stuff. And he was like, "Man, every time they go in the back, and then they come back and say, oh, here's another fee. Oh, here's another fee.' Like I bet they had a camera on him
Mhm.
watching him because they knew he really wanted this bike and they knew they could get more and more money out of him.
Yes.
So just stick to your guns.
Yeah, yeah. And so another piece to throw on there, guys, is on brand new cars, dealers don't make very much money. They're making almost nothing on brand new cars. Where they make money is the add-ons, the extended warranties, the
Yep.
paint protection, the all the crap that's just nonsense. And sometimes they'll try and say, oh, it's already been applied to your vehicle, so you got to pay the fee anyways. Well, no, I didn't want it. So stick to your guns. They're going to act like you're inconveniencing them, but really they're inconveniencing you. So stick to that. Yeah, that's why they start tacking this stuff on because they're trying to nickel and dime as much as they can out of you.
When I bought my Camry, that was
Mhm.
a few years old, but it was still kind of it was a little bit expensive. But
Mhm.
yeah, again, I had my financing already. I went in there. I was like, all right, this is the price. This is the price. And then they were like, oh, it's a $400 processing fee. I was like,
Mhm.
processing fee. I was like, I'm paying no processing fee.
Yeah,
He's like,
right.
well, look, man, and it was like, I think this was back when there was like a shortage on used cars, but
Mhm.
I knew I was like, look, this is a Camry. Like, I'll find another Camry. They made about 1 billion of them. So
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have anything rare here.
I was like, yeah, this is not like a rare Camaro that they made three of. Like, this is a friggin' black Camry. One time I was in the supermarket in Walmart, and there was three other black Camrys, the same exact model year as mine, right
Mhm.
next to each other. It's like they made 1 trillion of these freaking cars. I'm not playing with you. So I just walked out. I was like, all right, well, thank you for your time. And I walked out, and then they called me. They were like, oh, can you come back? Anyway, I
Yeah.
got them. At least I got them to cut it in half.
Yeah, and that's another lesson. People be willing to walk away. I've done it. I've looked at buying numerous new vehicles. I've only ever bought two brand new, but probably would have bought a couple more had the salesman or the dealer just not tried to do dumb stuff like that. Bring
Get
MJ with you.
somebody.
Bring me with you.
Car dealerships run when I come with helping
Yeah,
my friends buy used cars. I'm not playing around.
they're the same. I've gone and looked at stuff where I find a couple things that are not as advertised, and I leave right then. I said not interested. Like, oh, what if we have someone? I'm like, no, it's already not what you said it was. You obviously know no information about this vehicle. I'm done.
Yeah,
I want to talk to someone that actually knows what they're getting. Like, why does it have this? Where does it come from? Why did it come from the East Coast and I'm all the way in Minnesota? Like, they didn't have no information, and all
yeah,
these
they
things
don't
pop
know.
up out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
get somebody who knows the industry a little bit to go with you. Guys, in the comments, do you have any horror stories about dealing with dealerships? Let us know your secret tricks and let the world know how we can get through this nonsense. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one.
See you guys.